from the Irish tradition. This one is called Banish Misfortune. And with all the misfortune that's happening out there in the world right now, hopefully this song can be just a little bit a part of making everybody's life a little bit lighter.
All right, well, this is what's happening tonight with Joel, and we're here with the fellowship. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Well, how about we start this way? You go ahead and introduce yourself. What you do?
Percussionist, Richard Ellis. I play the bodhrán and I play the cajon.
Right on.
I'm Brandon Whaley. I play the mandolin and a little bit of bouzouki sitting over there and in behind the corner there. And when I'm not playing music, I'm inscribing tombstones.
I'm Travis Whaley. I play the rhythm guitar. I also pick on the banjo, and I throw in the odd vocals here and there.
That's right. These guys are like the music you guys play cannot. No one can doubt love the feeling of that music. You know what I mean? Like it's that old traditional. What kind of music do you guys play? What do you classify yourself as? Because I love it.
That's a great question.
Yeah, that's one that we've never even really thought of ourselves. I suppose myself, I'd probably call it Irish, maybe Irish trad, but we do kind of stray away from the traditional side a little bit.
Yeah, I like Irish traditional, because like a lot of the songs, they are the older Irish traditional songs you're bringing back up into this generation, which is great because I feel like a lot of the younger people don't realize the old music. All they hear is the pop music today, right? With these clicks and clacks and on a computer. No one really plays an instrument anymore, and like this is awesome, right?
Well, a lot of that old music, I don't know, people think that it's old and it's not relevant, but it really is. There's a lot of intense stuff that happens if you listen and pay attention to the lyrics, like historically, and then even like there's some comedy songs that gets pretty raunchy sometimes if you really pay attention to it.
I find that with all my old time stuff, the 1920 stuff, it's all, you got to change the lyrics a little bit because it's not culturally appropriate anymore. You know, you can say things back then that they don't now, right? But that's cool. So You guys are brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do your parents play?
No,
No?
neither of them play.
So how did this get started? Did your parents start you in lessons, or did you guys pick it up yourselves, or?
Listening to the AM radio station one day, I heard a banjo, and it just like shook my world. I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, what is that? And my dad's like, a banjo. I'm like, I want to play one. He's like, your cousin has one. Go ask him to borrow it. And then that's kind of how I got started. And then the whole Oh Brother Where Art Thou. So like we started into bluegrass, like especially with our playing out, but we always had that passion for the Irish stuff, but we never really did it out for anybody.
Yeah.
And we didn't pick up music. We didn't play any instruments when we were really young. Actually, we both started. I was 17 and you were 16, I believe.
Yeah.
Sure.
But we listened to a lot of music growing up.
Yeah.
Mostly like the stuff on the alt rock station.
Well, it's hard to believe you guys play the way you do, and you haven't been playing since you were knee high. Jeez, you guys really intricate with everything you do. I like it. It's inspiring. It makes me want to try a little bit harder, because I'm a folk music player and I just play loud and I play hard, but you guys are so like, it's just so it's perfect. It's awesome. Okay, this is what's happening. We're down here at the Black Dog tonight. I'm with Leanne. How you doing, Leanne?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
So it's my turn to cook tonight. So as you see, I I cooked tonight, and I want to thank the Black Dog for staying open during all this COVID stuff.
I want to thank you for supporting us.
That's right. I want everybody to make sure you guys go out and support all your local watering holes, because they're here through our thick and thin times, so you be here for their thick and thin times. Is it still open? So you guys are seating people?
We are. We're sitting people inside. Our patio is now closed.
Yeah.
So winter will be the judge for us. We usually do a lot of things in the winter.
That's right.
You know, and with theater not done, no open mics, no bands. So it's we definitely appreciate you coming and buying.
Yeah, for sure. What is the address here?
227 West Front Street.
And the phone number?
613-395-9444.
That's right. I'll put all that information on the bottom. Remember, guys, support your local businesses, because they support us, and that's what's happening. So, Richard, with you, like, did you start on like a hand drum, or did you start on a drum kit?
Drum kit. I got my first drum kit at the dump. 23 drum kits ago, 24 drum kits ago.
Nice.
You've been keeping track?
Yeah.
They all had names.
I don't claim to be a great drummer by any means, but you want to know a question on drum kit? I know it. Right? I know a lot about drums. I just don't play.
He's a gear guy.
A gear guy.
Yeah, he loves his gear.
PA and drums and stuff. That's all me. So, actually, going back to meeting them, they lived on Byron Street, and I had moved on to Byron Street, and my girlfriend at the time, Lindsay Couch, plays fiddle, yada yada. We all know who she is, and so we wanted to start a band. So Lindsay put that out, and it was their parents that pushed them to contact
on Kijiji.
We were too shy.
The best part was they were 4 doors down.
That's awesome.
4 doors down on Byron Street.
What's the coincidence of that, right?
Well, they drove by and seen us. The one time we jammed in the living room, my wife, I had a bull run back in the day, I couldn't play, and she's playing the fiddle, and they happened to drive by and seen us. Like,
creeping through the window.
So, first band practice we had, it was Wrought Iron Roots was our band. First band practice we had. Lindsay and I are waiting. Okay, we didn't know what to expect. We had the living room, all the couches pushed aside in my little wee living room, and a car pulls up, and out comes these boys from 4 doors down. I'm like, what?
Is that the same guy who tried to cut my lawn the other day? So for your ad, what were you looking for? You said we have a drummer and a fiddler, looking for a guitar player and a bass, or?
And we said we're looking for
a good time,
country.
is what I remember.
That would be my wife.
Looking for a good. Me and my wife are looking for a good time.
Wrong ad.
Sweet. Yeah, shit.
And sure enough, that night we got together, and we just, excuse me, you just know. You just kind of
you feel that in the air.
We had fun. We just rocked out music, and we just had a blast for like 2 hours. Then at the end of the night, we're like, we don't want a bass player. We need a bass player. So Lindsay and I got introduced through a friend of ours, Bruce Forsyth. He plays bass, and he's a older fella, but we've always enjoyed playing, jamming with him, and done open mics with him. And so we thought about asking him, and he full time with us. Like, he was like, well, we had parties and stuff. Right on Roots went out jamborees. We could out party us. And he taught us a thing or two about music, and he was just part of like the humble part of the band. He's the guy that always, cool, let's try that. Practice on Sunday night. Yeah, let's do that. At my house, well, let's do it. You guys want to go for a swim after my house? Let's do it. So that brought us together even more. So all of a sudden, we were a 5-piece band. No idea what we were doing. Bruce had his own repertoire. These guys played together. They had their own repertoire. Lindsay had the fiddle, and she had her own, because she did a lot of her own stuff. Yeah. I just had to I just followed in the footsteps, and actually we had 4 shows a weekend.
Yeah.
Some weekend.
Alrighty guys, this is a little tidbit of what's happening. We're down here at the Stirling Mill and we're with my friend Miles and James Reed. How's you guys doing today?
We're pretty good.
That's good.
So do you know what MILL means?
Music Instrument Lending Library.
Musical Instrument Lending Library.
That's awesome. So you might not be able to hear us too well because we got to mask up because COVID's getting serious again. But that doesn't mean that we're shutting things down here, right?
No, definitely not.
That's good. So how about you guys explain the Stirling Mill to me a little bit?
Oh, the Stirling M.I.L.L. We have a fine collection of instruments, like this tambourine that just fell on me. I'm just gonna put this somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll put it right here. How was that? Clink, clink, clink.
It's a really high-end tambourine, by the way. You know, this thing costs about $250.
It's a library, so it operates in the same way. We have a collection of instruments. People that are interested in taking instruments out on loan sign up as a patron.
Okay.
There's varying patron fees depending on how many instruments you want to take out.
Okay.
It's a $30 flat rate for
Patron 1 costs $30 a year. You can take out as many instruments as you like, one after another.
Okay. So you just one
instrument loan at a time.
So the way it would work is you'd come down here on either a Tuesday or a Saturday is when you guys are open.
Tuesday
correct?
afternoon or Saturday, yeah.
And we're down here at the Stirling Library, which is right on Front Street, and you can't miss
43 West Front Street.
43 West Front Street. And what you do is you come down here between like 3 and 6:30.
Yep.
And you come down and talk to these guys. And what you can do is you can sign up, as you said, as a Patreon. So that will cost you $30 for a year, is that what you said?
$30 a year, and that's the level 1 patron. You can borrow as many instruments as you like, one after another, all the way through the year.
Okay.
Patron 2, you can borrow 2 instrument loans at a time.
And that just costs a couple more dollars?
That costs $50.
Okay.
Patron 3 costs $70, and you can borrow 3 concurrent instrument loans. Now, an instrument loan, if you borrow an electric guitar, an instrument loan for an electric guitar would also include, if you wanted it, a cable
and an amp.
And an amplifier.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same thing with it could just be a guitar. You don't have to take an amplifier with it.
Yep.
It's not just a single piece if you need the other pieces, the accessories to go with it.
Okay, so is it with that the registry fee, is that for a year or is that for a month?
That's for a year.
For a year, wow. So for $30 you can come down here and get any kind of instrument you can see down here, and we'll go through some of them.
Yep.
And you can take them.
That's right.
And what they're also working on right now too is a YouTube series where you can get some lessons and stuff like that.
Yep.
Correct? You guys are working on that
We're
now.
working on a YouTube channel at the moment. We've
That's
got
awesome.
some stuff up already, and we're getting more. And you've got a YouTube channel, and we're going to be linking the two of them
That's
together.
right. We're going to work together because that's what we do down here. We raise each other up, right?
We certainly do.
What's your YouTube channel called, guys?
It's called Stirling M.I.L.L.
Well, that's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So, like I said, so it's Stirling M.I.L.L, Music Instrument Lending Library. Pay $30, bring your kid down here. Say if they wanted to try a guitar, every kind of guitar you can imagine down here, and I'll walk you through the stuff after. Say your kid wanted to try
baritone tuba.
It's here. You can try it for $30, and they have all the bunch of lesson books over on the side also. What do you want to try next? Do you want to try a trombone? They have it. Do you want to try a saxophone? Oh, they have them. And I'm not talking they have one. They usually have a few of them kicking around here.
We only have one baritone sax.
Okay. But I bet you there's something else.
James, I think you should be in here.
You're doing just great.
Well, I'm staying in, but you're doing more of the talking, so I think you should.
But you
funny.
look better than I do.
That's funny. So, what is the strangest instrument you guys have found in here? Or have got? So actually, here, let's put it this way. Actually, too, all these instruments are donated from people like me. I have a bunch of instruments sitting in my closet that I'm not using, so why not bring it down here and let somebody else use it? So what's something like? I see so much stuff around here, like auto harps.
Well, I think that the oud is definitely the
Yeah, we have an oud.
The oud.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's this? Is this a steel pan?
That's a steel pan. It is.
That's so cool.
It is.
I think that we have the world's largest collection of recorders.
Well, I'm not sure it's the world's largest collection, but it sure as heck is a large
At least
collection.
Stirling's largest.
That's good.
Definitely Stirling's largest collection. We're looking for somebody who wants to start a recorder orchestra.
That's right.
And we have quite a pile of ukuleles. We've got violins. We've got a viola. We've got 2 cellos.
Let's walk through some of this stuff. So as you see, they got cupboards made for everything, and Like, so what have we got going on up here? We got some shakers, some
Up here
ukuleles.
we got power chords, pedals, and mics. Up here we got a whole bunch of instrument cases. We got cables. We got trumpets. We got clarinets. We got ukuleles. We got recorders. We've got more ukuleles. We've got flutes, and we've got violins running all the way on to the end there. And here we've got classical guitars. We've got acoustic guitars, that steel stringed acoustic guitars. We've got one left-handed acoustic guitar. And we have got electric guitars down over here. And we have got one left-handed electric guitar, quite a nice one too. We've got electric basses. We've got over here behind Miles, we've got 3 auto harps there. We've got a whole bunch of keyboards. We've got small keyboards. We've got big keyboards. We've got synthesizers. I think we have 4 synthesizers in different kinds, different styles. We've got guitar amplifiers. We've got bass amplifiers. We've got mandolins, and we've got a whole lot more stuff that's out on loan that you can't see. And we have accordions.
That's cool.
And
So, like,
we lend them.
that's right. And like, so me as a musician, I like to have style. So say if I was a patron down here,
Yes.
and say I had a show tomorrow, and I was like, you know what, my guitar, I need to get fixed, yada yada yada. Maybe I want a different style. So I could walk in here, and let me jump in here for a second, because this is the coolest thing ever. You can walk in here, and you can just start pulling out stuff.
Well,
can be
you
like,
pull out that beautiful hollow body Washburn guitar, and you'd say, "My gosh, I like that."
that's right. You'd be like, well, that would suit my show tonight, wouldn't it? And that's doable, right?
Absolutely.
Because I'm a patron, I can take whatever I want, one instrument at a time for my $30,
Not a
right?
problem.
That's cool.
And if you need an amplifier, we can help you out with that too.
That's probably the most coveted guitar.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
As soon as I walk in, I'm like, ooh,
It plays
Yeah.
nice, sounds good,
that's cool.
it looks
Yeah.
good.
Definitely.
Although we do have a Fullerton Telly in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this one over here. 'Cause that's where it
You can
was.
do that. You can
Let's,
do that.
let's try another one. Let's pull another
Pull
one.
out the one right beside it there.
This one right here.
Yep.
What do we got?
Fullerton Telly.
Oh, nice telly.
It's
Yeah.
a very nice
Yeah,
instrument.
I haven't seen it.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
You haven't got to play that one yet.
It's so cool.
It is.
It's just
And we've got electric guitars. We've got from beginner guitars all the way up through to guitars that you would be happy to take on stage.
that's right.
And we've got with the acoustic guitars, we've got 3/4 size, and we've got full size. We've got smaller body guitars like this one here,
Yep.
and we've got full dreadnought size. We've got we've even got a couple of interesting old instruments.
Oh wow, yeah.
This old Framus dates back to the late 1960s.
Yeah.
Made in Munich in Germany.
Cool bowl back on it too.
It
Eh?
is too.
Yeah, that's that nice round back on that, just like my Ursh top.
And we've got a bunch of old Yamahas made in Japan
Cool.
from late 60s, early 70s. Some very, very nice instruments and a whole lot of just good basic learner guitars.
That's right. Well, I want to thank you guys for what you're doing down here, because really, it's really hard to go and buy an instrument. It's sometimes it's you don't have the money, and you also don't have the guts to go do it, because it's hard to do.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment, right? So at least you can come down here and you can just try something. You're like, okay, well, let me try.
So if
A bongo drum.
you've got gas, right? Gear acquisition syndrome.
Yeah,
We make it affordable.
that's right.
So.
Yeah, because I'm a gearhead and I can't help but buy everything I see.
And yes, shall we talk about drums for a minute?
Why not? Let's talk about drums. That's why I'm here.
Yeah,
what do
who
we got?
talks about drums? Miles is a drummer.
Miles is drummer.
Yeah.
Miles is a rock drummer. He's a hell of a good rock drummer.
I've actually heard Miles play.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
No kidding.
up top, you can see there's even a drum kit you can rent out. With your parents,
We don't
your parents would
rent
love
out.
that.
We
Oh no,
lend them out.
not rent out, lend out. That's right.
Yeah,
So, yes,
that's
that's right.
one of maybe 5 or 6 drum kits that we have available. We've got a small one. We've got a bunch of full-size ones. We've got odds and ends in terms of accessories. We've got a set of rotor toms here.
Yes.
Nice ride cymbal standing right behind you there.
sir.
Yeah, just give a little flick on that. It'll.
You literally,
It's nice and crisp.
yeah, there's literally anything you want. So with that being said, you should make it yourself. Come on down here to the Stirling Library and come see James or Miles. And there's a few other that help out around here, and just pop in and see what's going on, because hey, coming here to get a book, why not go home with a ukulele and try it out yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Or a trombone or a trumpet. Like, have you ever tried, ever wanted to try something? Well, this is your chance. So, Stirling M.I.L.L, you guys are doing an amazing thing down here.
Thank you so much, Joel.
Thank you guys. So,
Really a
yeah,
pleasure.
that's what's happening right here with Joel down here at Stirling M.I.L.L. Thanks, James. Thanks, Miles. Talk soon, guys.
Okay.
See you later. All right, we're here with Brandon. How's it going, bud?
Good. How's it going with you?
Good. So the little mandolin here. This is a different style of a mandolin. I'm used to seeing like what I think they call like an A body or something like that.
Yeah, the A body mandolin is it's a little more of an ovular shape.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the F style, which is probably the most commonly known around this area, anyways, because it's meant for bluegrass music. It's got like the nice fancy scrolls and stuff on the top.
Yep.
This is a Godin mandolin. People might be familiar with the guitars. They're a company from, I believe they're from Quebec.
Yep.
And they make their mandolin, and it has the exact same shape as their guitar body. The only thing is it's just a teeny tiny little thing. Somebody kept it in the dryer for a little bit too long.
That's cool. So it's obviously has a pickup in it because I see it's got your switches. Are those like tone knobs and stuff right up above your fingers there?
Yeah, the top one's volume, and then underneath is we got 3 different tones: low, mid, and high. And of course, there's a built-in pickup.
And it's a solid body then?
No, it's a hollow body.
Is it hollow? Okay.
It's a hollow body, which allows you to play acoustically, and it rings out surprisingly nice and can keep up fairly well in an acoustic setting, despite not having any sound holes or anything like that.
Yeah, it's very, very loud. That's really cool. Well, do you have something that I want? Is it called a bazooka or what's this thing called?
A bouzouki.
A bouzouki.
The Irish bouzouki.
Well, I'm going to call it a bazooka because I think it sounds
I'll
funner.
Switch it out here. This one, a little bit more of a niche product, although they're kind of making some headway around this area. This is more or less, in its body shape, it is more or less a mandolin, but sized an octave higher. The only major difference is there is such a thing as an octave mandolin, and the two are very, very similar. The only major difference is the scale length is a little bit longer on the bouzouki, and the tuning is a little bit different. But yeah, I could go on for a long time about Irish bouzoukis. They were it looks like some kind of an ancient instrument, but it was actually invented in the 70s by an two different Irish musicians, Paul Brady and Donald Lunny. They kind of both came up with it on their own. They took a bouzouki, which is a Greek instrument, and then they restrung it to fit an open D tuning, which fits Irish music. If anybody knows Irish music, so many songs are played in the key of D.
Yes.
So they retuned the instrument from its original tuning to something that's it kind of is reminiscent of like a dad-gad guitar tuning. So we've got G, D, A, D, and it allows you to get this nice little very jingly sound.
Yeah.
And it fills in some nice space for playing some rhythm and some counter melodies in Irish session music settings.
Right. Can you give us a quick little ditty on it?
Yeah, maybe we'll wait for the
dirt bike to go by. Well, that's the great thing about it. This is all live, buddy. That's beautiful. That's really cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking a minute and showing me your instruments, bud.
Yeah, thank you very much.
When you guys sing, you guys are just singing through normal Shure 80, like 58s or something like that,
Shure
or
58. We bought them probably, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years ago, and we're still using the same one.
That's awesome. Cool. All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here with Travis, and guitar player, banjo player. What do you got here for an axe, my friend?
Well, the guitar here, we got the old Martin box. Just standard Dreadnought acoustic. Yeah, there's nothing too out of the ordinary with it.
Does it have a pickup in it and all that stuff, or?
It does have a pickup. It's got a LR Bags pickup system in it, and I also have the LR Bags. I believe it's the Venue DI preamp, and it's got a lot of adjustable settings.
Right. Yeah,
I
the
use it
DI
for
is nice.
banjo.
Yeah.
Well, because especially when you're in large band settings, you really want that acoustic tone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to sculpt the sound quite a bit more than just standard plug straight in.
Totally.
So that's what I've been running for the guitar. And then we got the banjo here. This is my baby. This is my pride and joy. It was a custom built for me Deering Mega Banjo. I went this way because the open back gives it a nice warm mellow tone.
Yep.
And it's light.
Yes.
I was playing a Fender, and the thing was a boat anchor. And you do a 3-4 hour gig, and
I remember
I'm a
last time
little
I
guy.
seen you,
I'm
you
a
had
little
this big bodied thing with a big back on it, right?
Yeah,
And it was gold or something, wasn't it? Or,
Yeah,
that's right. So you got this custom made for you. Who made that, you said?
So this was a company down in the States called Deering, and I got this custom made by the head of the company himself, actually. Crazy enough story. So he signed the interior of the rim, and it's all done by the luthier himself. So,
Wow. That's cool. Can
Yeah.
you give me a little pick?
a little something, something. Oh, I might be out of tune now, sitting out here.
It is a little cold out here.
So I've been messing around with my claw hammer, growing my fingers out. Something like that.
Is that Mexican Cowboy?
It was.
That was Mexican. I thought so. So claw hammer there. Can you explain claw hammer to people? So what you're using your thumb pretty much and
So I could go on a tangent here, so stop me if I'm going too long. So the banjo, it was actually brought over from Africa. And traditionally it was played with the back of the fingernail. You can see my beautiful long fingernails here. And it was played by striking in a downward motion. This is where they come with the claw, because it's your hand shape. And it's a strike down, and your thumb catches this short string here for the pickup, and it kind of gives you that bump ditty.
that's so cool.
And then that's where kind of the banjo started. It got popular with the minstrels, and then eventually a guy named Earl Scruggs developed the 3-finger style, which is probably more known today in like modern music.
And can you give me an example of a 3-finger style?
So here are the finger picks that you would use. And it just it's just all built out of rolling patterns to give you that kind of a roll thing. So that's kind of where I started in music, was doing the bluegrass. Bluegrass kind of thing, and
That's
then
cool.
getting into a single string style, they call it, and it's a lot more for Irish stuff. So it's not built out of rolls. You're just
Yeah, and
playing
I was noticing
the
your thumb
melody.
was more just double tapping than anything, right?
Yeah, it's an up down
Yeah.
kind of motion.
That's so cool.
But yeah, so that's the banjo.
What'd you name it?
Bell. actually.
Good. Thanks, Travis. Really appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me.
Richard, and he's the percussionist here. He's going to show us over his drums. So why don't you start?
Always the guy in the darks.
Why don't you start with this one down here? So this is just one of those, what do they call it, a cajon?
Cajon, yeah. So this one, me being so fussy, this is Schlagwork. So this is made by European. And I chose it because it's actually got the most bass out of it, and it's got a removable spring in the back. You can actually take it and use it as a flamenco kind of music. See, the springs actually come out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and realistically, I've had one for years, but I never had this stuff with it. So it's, but when you add the extras to have that real drum kit sound, you kind of get the...
I love the kick in it.
And then what I just learned last week was... It's kind of add some extra, I don't don't know how to say it, finesse to it, right?
Yes, definitely.
So obviously there's different brushes. These are the thicker one. I just started playing. I play these a lot. These are called brulettes. These are kind of a different sound. More so when you're playing mic'd, because they hide a lot when I'm playing. They're good, but they have their purpose when you're mic'd.
So let's pull those out. So what they got? You got pretty much a big old hard rubber spot on it, and then brushes on it, right?
A brulette, because they are a brush with a mallet.
That's really cool.
So they are called a brulette.
And then these ones down here are just brushes that are tied together.
These are just a nylon cajon brush. They're just a thick. You can bring them back to give you the. You can have that slap sound, or
yeah.
So when you want that sound, it's more of a train shuffle. Hear the more of the brush sound?
Yep.
That's what that's for, right? So you can just adjust those all the way you want them. I used to play these on kits as well. I used to play these on a drum kit when we did our train shuffle songs quite a bit. I would get out was the brushes.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, let's get into this. What it says, Bonron?
The Bonron.
Bonron. I always say it wrong, but this thing is so cool.
So this one.
This is my favorite drum ever. Like every time I hear somebody play this thing, it just blows my mind.
I have beaters, the proper beaters. A lot of people would see so the way our friends, the fiddleheads, great Derek Morris, a great Bonron player. It's the traditional grip. I forget what they call it. Carry style. So a lot of the ones you see, bigger drum, not so deep, crossbar in the back, and it's played like this. It's a double end beater, double end drumstick, and you're like getting like.
That's what I have, yeah.
Like having water on your hand, just splashing water off your hands. That's how you're playing, right?
Yeah.
And it's easier to do triplets and stuff, which I don't have mine with me, so I can't show you. I wanted to go with the modern style, which is big in Europe, which is called the baby grip. So that is a lot less strain on your wrist because you're not bending your wrist to your body. It's not normal feeling.
Yep.
So I went with a straight wrist, which is, I've got brushes with mine. You don't have to use the brushes, you can use a straight tipper. These are called tippers, by the way, not drumsticks. And I like this, like usually the tippers are just wood and I like the brush, always have. But you got a mic that when you're playing live, it hides.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I'm a drum kit player, so for me it's like
it's almost like yeah.
Kind of brings me back to the kit, right? There's different. Now these are not easy to find. So I have a set down here. These are $50 a piece.
Yeah, this looks like this little Harry Potter
these right
thing.
to Europe from Stevie Moises. I can't pronounce his name, but I'm constantly talking back and forth with him when I order one because I get these made in Europe.
Yeah.
And he makes them by the dozen. So these aren't custom. This one was custom by Phil Shaw in Georgina, Ontario, and this is my second one. I used to play a 16-inch. I've now gone to 14. I love it. Actually, he's signed it right there.
So these little tuners in the back, do you tighten those to make the drum skin?
Yeah, because playing out like right now is tuning up, and actually it's surprisingly staying decent right now. It's a goat skin. It's a natural goat skin, and it's all weather. But it's an old family tradition the way he does it. When you buy a drum, you've got to listen to them because even the people down east, even the people I've heard online talk about this drum maker specifically, Phil Shaw.
Right.
That it's a family. It's called Shaw Percussion. It's a family. How they do it, I don't know. It's a secret. But even his own, he even has these printed. All of this stuff is printed, like 3D printed. The tuners, and he just makes a skin that gives you the warmth, where the other ones have a factory sound to them, right?
I want to walk behind here and I want to see what your hand's doing because that's where it all is, right?
So then triplets, I haven't really.
So you're putting pressure on it and you're pretty much making the skin tighter, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah. So
I have.
In Bankstown in the county down one morning last July, down a Bowling Green came a sweet called when she smiled, she passed me by. She looked so sweet from her two bare feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing, I'll had to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, and from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like a fair colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid that seemed like a fair colleen that I met in the county down. As she on sped, I shook my head and I looked with a feeling rare. Then I says I to a passerby who's a maid with the nut brown hair. Well, he smiles at me and with pride says he, that's a gem of Ireland crown. Young Rose McCann from the banks of the Banshee, star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid that seemed like a fair colleen that I met in the county down. I'll share there, go dress in my Sunday clothes, with my shoes shine bright and my hat cocked right for a smile from the nut brown rose. No pipe, won't smoke, no horse shall yoke, though my cloud will rust turn brown. So the smile and pride by my own fireside, the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like the fair colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like the fair colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to the Dairies Gate, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid I seen like the fair colleen that I met in the county down.
Guys, there it is, episode 8 of What's Happening. That was The Fellowship. These guys are awesome. That's some real Irish traditional music, and that right there inspires me to learn some new styles again. There it is, the whole entire thing. Episode 8, 1 through 8. I don't know if you guys watched it or not, but if you did, thank you for following my journey. I had a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody who did it with me. I want to thank Lambert Drive Studios. That's Jay Hamilton. He provided me the music for the opening and the ending. What you hear going on right now. Yeah, that's Jay Hamilton. He did all that right there at Lambert Drive Studios. Who was next? It was Strumming Stories, his band, the country band. They are awesome. Go follow them. They are literally producing music like crazy, and it's great music, upbeat rock, country music, and that's what everybody loves right now. So check them out. And then what do we have? Who do we have after that? Oh, I wasn't supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do it because I gotta thank everybody. I have to. After that, we had Bee's Knees. My great friends Andrew Gardner and Ryan Coolin. These guys are awesome. Bringing 20s music back, bringing style back. You know what? We're all about the style. You gotta have old clothes, good shoes, good hat, because it just makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Stephen Thetford, him and his knives. Like I said, if you want some real produced, handcrafted knives, go talk to Stephen Thetford. Episode 4, I think it was. You can get all of his information. The guy is awesome. He's got a soul, and he writes all of his own music. And it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then we had Washboard Hank and Rev Ken. Those guys are a big inspiration to me and the Stirling Jaybirds. Thanks to him, we went out and bought a couple new mics. You'll see those at our new shows coming up, the Louise. Beautiful mic, can't wait to use it. These guys are awesome, and thank you for helping us out with everything you guys are doing. After that, we went up to Kingston, me and my wife Anna, and we seen MBM, Nothing But Mental. Got Jack, Corey, and Scott. These guys are awesome. They're doing all their own music live right there off a loop station or producing it in their studios, and what more could you ask for? These guys are literally the real deal, on the grind. So go check them out. MBM, Nothing But Mental, everywhere you can find them. The Summer Days, that album, I love. literally I went and downloaded it again because I had a CD, and now I just keep listening on repeat, and you'll love it. After that, we had Nicholas and Danton Delchuk brothers, and these guys with the fiddle and the friggin' cello, wow, that right there makes me I'm sorry, now I make my kids go into lessons even harder and learn more stuff because they started so young, and look at what they can just do. That's beautiful. I can't say any other words other than it's beautiful. And then this episode, the fellowship, the boys, those guys, I wanted to end off on these guys because these guys are my friends. These guys are awesome. What more could you ask for, right? It's awesome. I want to thank a couple more people about this. I want to thank my daughter Emra because she's been behind the camera. She's holding it right now. She helps me out with all these ideas. She has really, really cool ideas, and I want to just really let her express her visions and stuff like that. And at the end, I think we might blow up a pumpkin, and this is her idea. So check that out, watch for that. I want to thank my wife Anna because she's been out here, helped me find places to go, helped me find bands, out there dealing with me, doing all this editing. It's amazing. And the rest of my, like Deegan and Deanna, have to deal with all this too. And it's just, I really appreciate my family for helping me out with everything I'm doing. And that's what's happening, right? So season 2, I'm gonna keep going because I'm loving it. Today is Saturday, and we're going to the Tanner Lodge, and we're gonna record Sean Deepwater Door. It's gonna be some amazing blues. I just love all the genres. I'm gonna keep going. I've had some people reach out to me. Some people are doing some album releases, and I can't wait to help them out with that. And then I have some big inspirational people that are coming to me and saying that they'd love to be part of my project because what I'm doing, they like, so I'm doing something right. So I wanna thank everybody for helping me out. Subscribe to my channel, Hall of You Presents, because that way I can keep everything going and whatnot. I think I'm gonna release music performances for every act I've done. So you'll at least see one video from them. So if you wanna just watch their song, you go ahead and find that on Hall of You Presents. And that's what's happening there. That's right, guys. What more can I say? Thank you for helping me out with this journey. I'm gonna buy some new gear and keep going. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. And again, that's what's happening. Thank you.